Hello, my fellow YouTubers. What's happening, my brohams out there? Let's get you guys settled over here on my tripod here. All right, let's see what you guys are looking at here. Yo, 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 Decker in the house. What's up, Jay? What's up, Adam? What's up, David? Yep, got the variac working a little bit. Right now, we're turning that little pump motor, and we're putting 17 volts in. All right, guys? 17 volts. Alrighty, my fellow YouTubers. Where do you want me to start? Where do you want me to start? Well, let's start off here. Let me get you in a good position. Let me get you tuned in. Alright, well, we're dealing with the PMH, we're dealing with AC. Right now, where the voltmeter represents the volts going into the PMH. So we're at 24 volts. Let's go ahead and kick it down like 18 volts, 17 volts. And you can see the, just came over and stopped. So let's let's go ahead and talk about a few things. All right, so let's start off here. In this corner, we have the electromagnetic wave. This electromagnetic wave happens to be a sine wave, 60 hertz to be exact. And we're varying the voltage going in, and that's all we're doing. We're using a magnet. When you use a sine wave on the ends, they're going to be flippy-floppy. But I tell you, the big secret here was aligning the coils up, connected them up so that they become, if we put DC on them, that they become a south and a north. They're more in resonant with the AC 60 cycles versus if you had them backwards and they're fighting each other. So big difference there. So here we have a magnet, positive one side, negative on the other. Just sticking that in there to hold it. Good turning device. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is electromagnetic induction. So we're going to turn the PMH back on. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this wheel turning. So it's electromagnetic wave that just in this thing here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull that out and keep the wheel turning. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in this other little PMH, came off the water pump, which is what this is part of, goes inside of it. And when we get this near this moving electromagnetic wave, you're going to see this, this light up. So what you have here is something pretty unique, and I was hoping you guys would pick up on it when I was showing it earlier, but basically you have electromagnetic wave coming from this device. We're going to first do a comparison of how far away that this light will no longer work. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this going and bring that out as far as we could get where it stops. And then we're going to try to expand the field by using this magnetic field, which is in rotation off of that field. And when this, the reason I have to get this started, it has to get going and catch up to the 60 cycles, which is not easy to do. And then we'll put this on this side, and this light should light up because it's picking up from this field, but not from this field, or an extension from that field. So let's go ahead and fire this sucker up. We're going to go ahead and throw about, let's go throw a good 80 volts at it. All right, it was about 83 volts. So we'll go ahead and get this turning. Get that turning. And we're going to bring that out. Bring it out as far as we can get it going. Alright, we do a test first. Let's get that off, and let's come over here and see we're not touching anything. So electromagnetic, and let's see what happens when you get it in between, how bright it is. Crazy bright. We'll back it up. You only got about that far for the electromagnetic waves won't work in there. So we go ahead and get this rolling. Got that going. So we're going to extend that field out as far as that this magnetic so we're not touching it. We don't have to touch it. So, We're extending the electromagnetic field out. And you can see that using a So, what do you guys think there? You got some pretty cool stuff happening off the PMH under AC. And then over here on the high frequency side, you cannot get anything electromagnetic to light up. Nothing. Too much. Way too much. You can get a little LED lit up. That's right. Too fast for the core material, Adam. That's exactly what's going on. So these are good little tidbits to know when you're building stuff, what saturation levels are. Because the saturation levels really matter on the material. So here we're dealing with high frequency, we're dealing with 10 volts. You can see the power supply is only putting 10 volts in, lighting up a 4-foot bulb. Basic Slayer setup. But you got high frequency, and here you got, we're used to putting DC into this thing, at least I've been. And that DC going in here, it's good for a straight shot magnetic pulse. So this would be a good pulsinator. Especially, that's probably one thing I'm thinking that Ed did with this, is he had a generator from a Model T Ford that's still there. And on the back side of that, where it would, coming out the shaft, that would connect to the hub to turn it from a belt. He had that hub taken off, and he had a T sitting there, and it looks just like this with the shaft going into it. And you turn the T, and it would turn the generator. So I'm almost thinking that he used the PMH to turn that generator to mix DC current along with his AC wheel. So guys, leave your comments. I had to make this video a little brief. Got to go in, do family time. Hopefully you enjoy. Well, he definitely used it to recharge stuff and everything you can imagine. But there's something special about mixing DC with AC, and especially when you look at satchable reactors, how by using a toroid, with double windings, how you can control the current in AC with very low voltage of DC. So there's a lot more to the whole situation. All right, guys, you guys have a good night. Peace out, my brohams, bro ladies. And hopefully you enjoyed the little demonstration. I know it's not a big deal, but just to see the PMH turning stuff, and then the electromagnetic wave going into a turning magnetic field, and then coming out of that inductively, lighting up this massive amount here. All right, my guys, peace out.